Hei, hyvät naiset ja herrat. Minun nimeni on Thomas Valverde Gripsport Finland ry:stä ja mä kutsun teidät kaikki katsomaan Gripsport Latinon toista kautta.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Gripsport Latino. Today we have a very notorious athlete from Finland, Timo Lauttamus. 19kamau79, a really notorious gripsport climbing, flexibility, weightlifting athlete, which I personally have been following for many years. How are you today, Timo?
Yeah, I'm just fine. Finished my summer holidays, working again. I guess it was like second week at the work. Oh, third. I guess it was third. Yeah, weeks, they're going pretty quickly. And lately I've been just running like since April. I had a setback in April. My appendix get inflamed. Yeah, and I had to go to operation. It was pretty quick, just 24 hours. And they remove it. And after that, I was just recovering about 1 month, and before I started running. And lifting of weights, I waited around 5 weeks or something like that. Actually started over there in Africa. But about Gripsport, I will do it again when it's the off season. After summer is finished, I guess I will start around September, and winter time I have indoor season with the running, and I have a lot of room to do the grip and other stuff. So
perfect.
At the moment, having a break from the grip, but getting back soon.
I understand. Timo, well, I wanted to start the interview firstly introducing myself, because I haven't had the chance to tell you who am I. Well, I am Pancho. I live in Chile, in South America, and I am a big fan of strength sports. I think I knew about you in 2016, and I think the first video that I saw from you was the one arm, one finger pull-up. And I was like really impressed, and I want to express like a big respect for the feats of strength and all your sport career in general. And I've done calisthenics in competitions here in Chile, powerlifting as well in Chile. I had the chance to go to a South American championship in bench press, and since 2018 I focused myself on Gripsport. And that's why I made my project called Gripsport Latino, where I want to develop the discipline here in the Spanish-speaking world, and that's why I call people from all over the world to share their experience and wisdom. And once I found that you were into grip and a great athlete from grip from Finland, I just wanted to invite you to the show. So tell us, Timo, to the audience, to the people who has never heard from you, who is Timo Lauttamus?
I don't really know. I just I've been doing partly like chin-ups. I was doing I guess I started when I was a child. Slowly I was chinning when I was 10 or 11 years old, and then I stopped for a few years, and started again when I was 14 or 15, and I was doing about a year and then stop again, and then I guess I was around 17 when I started doing training at the gym, but always chin-ups. They're my priority, I guess. And I was chinning since 17 years old, and going on. Sometimes I had kind of low seasons. Like 2009, I was around 30 years. I didn't feel to do chinning a lot, but I was doing a grip just like 4 years. And then I think it was 2013. Yeah. I started to do a bit like cardio, just jogging and type of climbing. And then I was climbing a couple of mountains in Africa. I was doing also bouldering because doing a creep for 4 years straight, it was pretty easy to start bouldering. And I finished that climbing. I finished around 2016, and then I was chinning again. And finally, 2017, I was able to do 100 kilos additional. So my body weight was around 92 kilos, and I was capable of doing 100 kilos. Actually, 100 kilos, it was my goal since my teenage, just to do chin up, just a one chin up with the additional 100 kilos. And after that, I've been doing many things. I had an accident 2018, exactly 5 years ago. Today's July 14, just 5 years ago. Yeah, so I just broke my skull, and my face needed to have a replacement, and that was a long process. And after that, I kind of stopped chinning, and I was doing again grip, and then some aerobic activities. Doctor told me aerobic activities is great for recovery. So I started to do long distance running, mixing long distance running and grip. So
great.
Basically 2 different sports. But now after a few years of running, I just ended up doing a short distance. So basically I do 200 meters, 400 meters, and 800 meters in a master class. Now I'm 44 and a half years old, and next year I will be 45. So this year I'm at M40, and next year M45. And basically this is now kind of situation. I need to do some type of weightlifting, strength work. 200 meters already, he needs a lot of strength to be fast. And now I can mix a bit better doing stuff on the gym and doing my running.
Perfect.
So yeah, and otherwise, I don't know, my gripping has been basically all around. I've been doing pinch grip, thick handles, finger lifts, kind of body weight feeds, like the feed I was doing back in, I don't know, it was 2016. You tell one arm, one finger chin up. I was doing with the ring. I guess some of video I was doing also on the pull-up bar. I don't know, was it the one you have seen? Was doing in a ring?
The one with the ring, in the snow.
All right, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is basically a lot easier for the finger to have a ring. But
Timo, before going into detail, because I have like a list of questions. For the audience, I want you to tell us your height and your body weight.
It's been changing a lot. Like nowadays, my height, of course, is the same as 187 in a metric scale.
Yes.
And that's like 6'1", something like 6'1", at US. And my body weight at the moment, I guess I'm 85 kilos only, because I'm running a lot. Before I used to be even 102, something like that. So it's been changing from 225 pounds down to 180. I guess lowest it was under 83 kilos. weight class when I was doing a grip. That is something like 181 in a pounds. So
Perfect.
basically, usually being around 200 pounds when I was doing a gym, but changing a lot.
I understand. And Timo, I want the audience to know like your general powerlifting strength. So, which has been your best powerlifting lift, but like historic PRs, not necessarily how much are you lifting these days, but which is your best squat, bench, and deadlift, like conventional deadlift?
Yeah, squat I never done the max, but I was doing like IPF depth from the bottom. I was doing when I was young, 3 times 170 kilos. That was my best with the squat. And bench, with a pause, I've done 147 and a half. And
Nice.
deadlift, 227 and a half kilos, just over 500 pounds.
And was it
Nothing
like
really special.
was it like with a double pronated grip, the 227?
Yeah, double overhand. Yeah.
And no hook, right?
No hook. Yeah, with a hook I've done with a one arm. I've done that 221 and a half. With the one arm.
Impressive. That's amazing,
Yeah.
Timo.
Yeah.
And speaking a little about Gripsport, which is your best, you can say like your favorite lift of thick bar, pinch, and your best gripper close?
I think my favorite, if I'm talking about favorite, I think is like in my training is a one hand pinch. That's basically is so overall. You just need pretty much everything when you do pinching with stability, wrist, thumb, fingers. I like that. And your question, it was the best gripper close. I never done even Captain of Crush number 3. My best is 2.5. Just
Okay.
with a block. With a block, it was 30 millimeters or 35. I guess 35 or something like that. So not a credit card, just a 35 millimeters block.
I understand. And which has been your heaviest pinch?
With the one hand, I was doing that actually last fall. It was last year November, and it was actually under 83 kilos weight class Euro pinch, and it was 51.45 kilos. Wow. Actually, it's a world of grip record back then. I don't know if anyone is updating, but it was it was a world of grip world record for under 83 kilos weight class.
Okay, so. Timo, and in thick bar, maybe inch dumbbell or rolling handle, which is your heaviest lift?
A double inch I've done, but rolling thunder I don't really think about that is a best indicator, because all of them, those handles, they pretty much different. Some of them they have a stiffness, some of them they just revolving like a crazy. So mostly the new ones. So basically thick bar I could think about. I think my best is axle is 177 and a half, and that was that was actually earlier on this year. It was just April 1st, just 4 weeks before I get that problem with the appendix, and I was doing that in other organization which is having under 85 kilos weight class. So I was something like 84.8 kilos, and I was doing 177 and a half with the Ironman axle. So that is basically my best with the axle.
Excellent. And Timo, which is the heaviest blob that you have lifted?
Plops, I think something like 26 kilos. I have the one which I have at home. Basically, it's a smooth and as much heavier than that York 50 and much harder to lift. But if I go to York or York Legacy, I've done that half of is it 25? It's 25K, so that means it must be like 50 kilo dumbbell. So this is like half of 110. So
Excellent.
25 kilo club with York Legacy, and actually it was somehow creepy, and the surface, it was somehow fair. So I just do it with thumb and this middle finger and ring finger, and I leave the other one on the side. So I was doing with that type of grip also, that 25. But for 30 kilo plop, I never got that one. Somehow is wide, and also what I feel I supposed to have more wrist to do that, to get a tilt. Somehow is it asks also some general strength to lift the big plops. So not that easy.
I understand. And Timo, how did you discover Gripsport?
We had a old school grip strength in Finland. Here's one older man, and I think he's been doing that since 1997. He has kind of like a farmer weights and some kind of pinch blocks. And
I've done my research. Is he Kimmo Koko?
Yeah, exactly him. Yeah, he's the person. So yeah, since 1997. So I was actually I was doing I was doing chinning. That was end of 2008, and I met him. He was organizing some type of chinning competition where he was counting body weight plus additional weight, like a total weight. And I just went there to try how much I get, and I guess I was just like something like 100 kilos with the belt. So and we loaded 84.5 kilos for the belt. So I get a total of 184.5. So it was back in 2008. And then I was just creeping and testing some stuff over there. And he invited me back to the town where he's living earlier on the 2009 springtime. It was around Easter time. And I was kind of it was kind of invitation, and I was just testing things, and then I realized maybe I start doing also the grip strength. So it was somewhere early 2009 when I started. That's like how many years ago now? It's like 14 years ago, I guess.
14, yes. 14. That's the year I met my wife. So I remember how many years are today from 2009. Yeah.
All right.
And since you like pinch a lot, which was your first pinch lift ever in your life?
When I was trying Euro pinch, I guess I was lifting somewhere around. I couldn't get a 40 kilos on the first try. It was somewhere like 36, 37 kilos. But that time, I didn't know how to chalk my hands, and you see, somehow is a technical, and when you have enough chalk, not too much, and sometimes when you live somewhere where it's very cold and you have some humidity, you can feel the surface is a bit more sticky and is much easier to lift. So that was like a basic conditions, just indoors, and I was seeing Euro pinch in the southern Finland. It was on the gym, so I was doing, I guess, something like a 36 or 37 kilos on my first try, and that was one hand.
Excellent. And what was the thing that you liked most about Gripsport when you discovered it? What catch you, like your attention?
I was just reading articles about middle fingers deadlift, which is a usual deadlift with just using the middle fingers. You mix your grip, same as a powerlifting, is a mixed grip, and just using middle fingers per each hand. Probably you have seen I've been doing that lift, and
of course,
I was just I was just seeing articles and some people lifting up like a 400 pounds, a bit more. David Horn from UK, and old articles, and I was just testing how do I feel with the lift, and then I had a goal instantly. I had a goal. Of course, I understood in the first place I have to progress pretty slowly, because that is kind of thing like is a strength and is a lot of pain, and then your tendons, they have to get ready over the years. You just can't go and try to progress in a few days. Your tendons, they can't do that. So I was using kind of years to do that, and my original goal, it was 200 kilos, and I guess it was 2017 November. I was doing that in Scotland. It was an official meet, and I was doing 202 and a half. I was doing with the middle fingers. So that was kind of thing what I wanted the most with the Gripsport. But when I do my training, I enjoy pinching. Of course, I do some dumbbells with a thick handle, and also I'm training kind of a general. I don't look the event like some people. They must have Ironman events, and they just train only the events like a hub, an axle, and rolling thunder, maybe that little big horn, grippers. They just do them, but I'm just using like a general approach. So those climbers, they just hanging on any type of ledges and slope, and I like also kind of training. I just use my body weight and keep hanging in the items, and that's good for the general grip strength. So basically, I don't focus for anything. I just try to improve every part of my grip. It's been my goal.
Perfect. I want to ask your opinion of certain Gripsport rules. I have noticed that in the Ironman disciplines, they ask you to do like a lockout, like when you're doing an IPF deadlift. And in comparison, in example, for the King Kong grip challenge, they use the crossbar. What's your opinion on the lockout for the Ironman disciplines?
I don't know. It's a bit tricky because lockout, it can be pretty short and shaky. Also, it can be very solid. Basically, lockout is I don't know. I would go with the crossbar because it's a clear. You just have it somewhere. Let's say if you have it like an 8-inch lift, you just lift the 8-inch, and then people, they can charge easily, because when you touch the crossbar, that is a lift. If you can't touch, if you're slipping out, that's not a lift. So I just see is much easier to charge how is the lift. So the lockout, I know when I was doing a middle fingers deadlift, it was a deadlift rules, so I had to lock it out. But I knew I could hold it for the second because I was preparing myself like that. But many other lifts, let's say like double overhand, like the way I was doing Ironman axle, that's very tricky about having a lockout, because many times it's just about to slide out when you reach your true max. probably if you have 5 kilos less than your true max, you can do it solid lockout, and there's no problem. Everyone can see that it was a good lift. But when you go for your limits, is very hard to judge.
Perfect. So, I want to ask you a little about Gripsport Finland. This year, are you going to compete in the Bonehill grip contest?
Yeah, actually, I was just telling I'm going there like a tourist. I was just hoping a lot of people from around the world will come there, and I can just meet people. I had that setback on the springtime, so I was actually pretty sick, and now I've been recovering well and doing things. But because I couldn't start grip, just I didn't have any items in Africa. I was staying 5.5 weeks in Africa, and basically I just go there and I do my lifts, and people, they can see how much I can lift without training. So probably is not much as they used to be, but
Okay.
hopefully I can set some numbers without preparation. So basically, it's just going to have fun over there, and maybe later on the year, this year, maybe the next thing what I'm trying to get some get focus. Maybe I will go and try to do middle fingers deadlift once again, but that is going to happen in England. Hopefully I can travel over there. It would be somewhere around November, so I will have time for that. So
Perfect.
But yeah, just Bonehill is just for fun, so nothing to expect.
Actually, I would love to go to the Bonehill contest someday. When I don't know how does it work for the invitations, but I would love to make it. It looks like a really fun contest, a really great experience.
Yeah, I don't know about how is the visa policies and stuff like that. I don't really know. I see like people, they can come from US or from UK just like that without having any issues. But I don't know about other countries. Like I have seen like in Africa, there's a lot of process with a visa, and most of them, they can't even come. They just have issues. Yeah, but I think your place is I think is okay. If you just travel to European Union, I think you will be fine.
Yes, there are no problems with Chile. Timo, I want to have like a we have to switch the room of Zoom because I don't have the pro version. So there's a little window saying your meeting is going to end in 5 minutes. So can we end this call and I call again and send you the link again and we enter to another room? Shall we?
Yeah, there's no problem. We can have a break.
I'll do that. I'll end the call and send you the link again on Facebook. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
No
Timo.
problem.
I call you back.
Okay, thanks.
Now I can see you.
All right.
Nice. Yeah. I can hear you nice and clear. You're by the lake right now.
No, this is the river. This is the riverside.
The river. Nice.
Yeah. I was just walking a bit, and yeah, this is a nice and quiet place.
So, looks like that. Looks like a place to be relaxed. I like it.
Yeah. Nice. We have a summertime, so it's better be outside.
We're in winter. It's pretty cold. I think it's not going to be as cold as in Finland. We are like 14 degrees and it's cloudy, but in Finland it gets pretty cold, I guess.
Yeah, I think also there when you go Andes, the mountains, yeah, there you can find very cold weather. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we will use the time wisely. So, to finish the thing about the Gripsport, I have a couple of more questions. There's I have seen Kimmo Coco. I've done my research. I am really into Gripsport, so but I don't understand anything he says. So I wanted to know. Also, Tomás Valverde told me about it in the previous interview with him about Rautakoura. What is Rautakoura?
Yeah, this is Finnish Gripsport since 1997. That is the thing. He's having many different kind of items. Like he can weld some type of block weight, which is having a weird things to grip on, and most of those events they time holds. Basically, you lift the item up, and then you start holding against time. So basically, is very different comparing grip competitions, where is almost all lifts. They just maximal lifts. So this is kind of interesting way. They have farmer weight. They weighting. That is the original way. The farmer weight. It was 75 kg, and it was like a double. So you can pick them with one hand, both of them. It will come up to 150 kilos. And then he's been doing other farmer weights. He has 111 kilos, 200 kilos, which you can add up to 225 or 250. And all of those events, you just pick the farmer, and then you start holding against time. That is the main event what he has. And then he's been building other things, the smaller things. He's been building around that, and he has so many of them, so many.
And
so
is
some
he doing
of them,
like a contest like every year, or it's like just for the friends, the closer friends? How does it work?
He has kind of meetings when all people they can attend. There's no problem, but the issue, he doesn't have great social media where he can inform people to come, and most of the time he's having a meet on the week, like let's say like a Thursday evening. He may have a meet somewhere on the town square. He brings some items only there. It's like people they can go and they can have a test. But most of grip athletes they wish to have events which they've been training for the years. So it's somehow different approach. Like some persons they like to have that Ironman axle. They've been training that for the years, and they want to go and see how many kilos they can lift with that. So approach is completely different. He can bring his things, and probably it's going to be first time when you try it. You will never be in training that event. You just go and you test. And what I see is a great fun. Like I was there this year earlier. I was there in March because I had to visit in Helsinki, and actually day before my visit, he had a small meet over there, and I attend there, and I was doing things over there, and I enjoy a lot after a long time. I was last time before this, it was 2019. I was seeing him, and he was having a meet on the town square. There was like a walking street, and he had things over there, and I visited because I was coming from the airport, and I realized the time when I arrived to Finland, I was coming from the Switzerland, and I had a holiday. The time after my return flight, just a couple of hours after that, he had that meet. So basically, I came from the airport pretty much like directly. I was collecting my luggage, and then drive like a 1 hour and get to the meet. So
excellent.
Yeah, basically different approach.
But I really like it. Sounds really interesting.
Yeah,
Timo.
would be nice for someone who's been climbing, like climbers. Yeah. They just grip everything. So probably for them it would be good fun to have that type of meet. Yeah, and other questions you wanted to ask?
Yes. For a grip novice, someone who wants to get into, I mean, let's say, improving their grip, which would be the frequency and intensity that you would recommend to train your grip?
Actually, most of people, they have a mistake. They just go all out. They just start lifting and then they load more weight. To the point, they're slipping. Let's say like a pinch grip, they start slipping. But actually, for the nerve system, is the best thing. You just do the lifts, which you can lift, basically successful lifts. You need them to activate your nerve system. So that means that the load is supposed to be mostly in the first point. Mostly it used to be like it should be maybe like a 70%, 80% of your true max, and then you just do the lifts, many of them. Basically, you can do on singles or doubles or even triples, but you shouldn't get tired. You just let's say you do the triple, and then you shift for other hand, you do the triple again, and after a few minutes you repeat. You can do even a 10 triples, and you get some volume. And frequency is basically when I was on the days when I was doing a lot of grip, I was pinching even 5 days in a week. Even 5 days in a week, I was doing a pinch. But because I didn't fail, most of the time when you fail, you lose also your skin, and you get a damage. And when you do that, like sub-maximal, not true max, you can do a lot. But this is always individual thing. Some people, they can handle the same amount. I have seen the climbers, they do climbing like hours in a day, and at the end of the week, maybe they've been climbing like a 15 or 20 hours, and the volume, it can be even that high. So is very different between individuals. But the thing, when you do the max, your true max, too often, your nerve system, it will get tired, and probably you will hit the plate because that, and you don't see any progress. And that is a usual mistake. Basically, when you think about your powerlifting career, you don't go always to fail with your bench press.
Exactly.
Or you don't go always to fail with your deadlift. The grip basically is the same thing. You shouldn't go there to fail. You should do the lifts, training lifts, and repeat them, same as other sports.
Hey, Timo, and do you have a coach, or do you do your own workouts?
I don't have a coach. I mean, just once I was asking advices from one of my friend when I was chinning. That was a chinning time when I was doing like 90 kilos, 91 kilos additional, and I couldn't get any progress. And I wanted to do that 100 kilos. So then I was asking my friend. He's a coach. He's a climbing coach. He's a strength coach, and he was giving me some advice how to progress with my chin up to get that last 9 kilos, what I wanted, from 91 to 100 kilos. And that was a different approach. I was just chinning so much, and but I never go to the failure. So I was just doing kind of 90%, 80%, 85%, 90%, but I was doing a lot of reps each week, and that was a good approach. And I've been doing that, the same approach. I've been using that also for the grip. So just often and not going up to max always. Just have a kind of frequency and a lot of successful lifts. And but otherwise, I don't have a clear program how to approach, what to do to the next. Like I've been basically finding out myself, reading stories and books, and doing that since I was young, and kind of not coaching myself, but just finding out how they are. Actually, at the moment now, I've been just learning which type of training I do for the running. So how I can run faster 200 meters or 400 meters. So what should I do to improve on the old age? So basically, you can find a lot of information. Mostly now online you can find, but when you read that, you just have to understand what you've been reading, and when you start doing a training, you have to see the whole picture, not only the details or just the one type of training. You just have to see the whole thing, and that I think that comes with experience. When you just like myself, I've been training now maybe more than 25 years, so different sports, but you can get something from your background, and you can learn something quickly, and mostly you can just understand what you've been reading if you have seen some information.
Excellent. So, I want to jump into another interesting, let's say, discipline where you excel as well, and it's flexibility. How did you develop your flexibility levels? I have seen your standing splits, side splits. I remember 2 epic side splits. One was the one where you were over 2 chairs and drinking milk, and another over 2 chairs and lifting a blob by the face. How did you achieve your flexibility, Timo? It's amazing.
Yeah, that was a long process. I was basically, we had a sport in a school, and that was I don't know, because you call that a high school? Not, that wasn't a high school. That was like I don't know if you go US. That was like a time of like a junior high, something like that. I was around 15 years old anyway.
Okay.
And we have a teacher of the sports, and he was just looking my flexibility. I was so stiff. I was so stiff.
Okay.
I couldn't bend myself pretty much any position, and he was just seeing I wanted to do like something on the gym. I was interested about weightlifting and the bench and squat and deadlifts and things like that. And he was just telling me I'm going to hurt myself if I don't have any flexibility when I start doing a strength. And then I just realized I will start some type of stretching. I was reading books of martial arts, how to improve flexibility, and then I started stretching my hamstrings, my hip flexors, and all the time trying to improve with the side split, just going deeper and deeper and deeper. And actually, it didn't take too long. When I was 16 years, 17 years, I was capable to do the full splits. Yeah, when I was 17 years, even the front split, that was more difficult because my hamstrings, those are my stiffest part. So the side split, I was doing that in 14 months or something like that, just over the year. And the front split for the both sides, it took almost 2 years. But I was just stretching every day. And actually, I do that. Even
Excellent.
today, I've done my splits. But nowadays, I just try to keep it on the good level. I don't do the standing splits or the hanging on the chairs. I just do full splits on the floor, and that's enough for the running. I can run well on the short distance if I'm just capable doing full splits on the floor. I don't need something extreme, but at least I want to keep it even that way, to do it on the floor full 180 degrees. That's good way to get old.
Excellent,
So,
Timo. I want to jump into questions from the audience. As I was telling you, I was into calisthenics back then, and we have our team. And the members of my calisthenics team, they are big fans of your work. We have always seen your YouTube channel. By the way, what's the origin of the name Kamau? What does it mean?
actually, when I was going Kenya,
Okay.
my wife, she's from Kenya, so I went there back in 2005, and that time I met. She was staying my girlfriend around 2.5 years before we get married, and the tribe of my wife, they started to call me Kamau. So because it's one of the names. Like they have they doesn't have too many names for the males. They have but Kamau is the one of the usual names of the tribe. So when you go Kenya, you can find so many people they call Kamau. Maybe 100,000 Kamaus is there, because it's the usual name over there, or even a 500,000. I'm not sure, but very many. So it's a usual name, and the 19 is just coming from and 79. That is the year when I born. 1979. That is the year. Yeah, because now I'm 34 years old. Yeah.
That's the part that I could guess myself. Because I've seen like your birthday videos, and I made my numbers. That must be the name, the year of birth of Timo.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, going back to the questions from the audience, I think the most impressive feat of strength for my friends is the one arm pull up with a finger on the ring in the snow. So my friend Manuel Hernandez, he is from Chile. He wants to know how was the process to do the one arm pull up with one finger, and why did you wanted to do that feat of strength?
Actually, my process it was that having that additional 100 kilos. So the one arm chin up became like when you do 100 kilos and your own body weight is just over 90, automatically you will have a strength to do.
Okay.
Actually, I never even trained for one arm chin up on the young age. When I was 21 years old, I just progressed with the additional weight, two-hand chin up, to the point when I was capable of doing one arm chin up. And then I was reading those rock climbing magazines, and there is a guys who is doing one finger chin ups on the nylon straps, which is basically the same thing like a ring. And there's like guys who like a 60-kilo guys, they doing 8 reps. There's like 70 kilos guys who do how many reps, and then there's like 80 kilos guys doing maybe 3 reps. And I was just thinking myself, I didn't see anyone 90-kilo guy who is doing that, and I was just thinking I want to be someone who is doing that with a 90-kilo body weight. So I start doing the finger lifts and the grip strength together, and the chinning strength I already had. So basically, when I was in a point, I could lift like with the ring. I was capable of lifting maybe like 30 kilos over my body weight, somewhere around like 120 kilos. With the one finger from the ring. And then when you calculate, you just over 90 kilos. You just go to the hang, and if you have a strength to pull yourself up, that is the process. So basically
Excellent.
it's a long process because I started chinning when I was very young. So basically the chinning strength is the big thing. So you have to be able to do one arm chin up with some type of additional weight before you can think about doing one arm chin up with the one finger. And my best with I think is 11 kilos additional weight with the one arm chin up.
But was full grip or 11 kilos with a finger?
Yeah, full grip.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
So and I've been doing something like a few. I think 6 kilos additional. I've been doing with the one finger. So the difference is like 5 kilos, like 11 kilos with the full grip and 6 kilos with the finger. And that was the ring. But the hardest thing is to do with the pull-up bar because it's a bit thick, and actually your grip, it has to be much stronger with the bar comparing to the ring.
I understand. That sounds amazing, Timo. And I have another friend that he gave me many questions for you as well. Maybe they go a little some of your personal. Let me show you. His name is Germán Fuentes. Actually, that's my friend here watching the interview. Hey, Germán, how are you? And he wants to know, which is the lift which make you most proud, fulfilled, or happy in your life?
Lifting, I still think about. I've done many different things, but that 100 kilos chin up, it was basically because when I was a teenager, and I was one day I was just watching TV with my dad, and there was a guy who was doing chin up with I think it was 92.5 kilos. It was like a national chin up competition back in 1980s or early 1990s. And then my father asked, "Can you do that?" And then I just said, "One day when I get older, I do that." So it took. I was training that. I have to think about when I was doing first. I was 38 years old, so it's been 6 years ago now. So already I needed to do like training for 21 years to complete the lift. So basically, the first time when I was doing a 100 kilo chin up, it was actually that was like a best moment of my lifting career. Even that middle fingers deadlift doing in Scotland. I traveled to Scotland to do 202.5 kilos. It felt good, but because the progress, it was only 7 years, something like 7 years I was doing that lift. So it didn't feel the same as training for 21 years and then coming 38 years old and doing it for the first time. So that was basically the best moment of my lifting career.
Sounds really. I like it, Tim. I really like to hear it. Well, he also wants to know, what keeps you motivated to maintain your self-training over all these years?
I don't know, because I've been doing so many things, like from lifting, chinning, gripping, climbing, mountaineering, distance running. Nowadays, doing middle distance and longer sprints. I don't know. I just find a way. One day, if I just feel like is enough, I just look something else, what I'm going to start to do. So I don't think I will never stop. Somehow, some sport, I will always do. So I've been thinking about even possibility now. I like a running. What about if I just get injuries like calf injuries, Achilles tendon injuries? Probably I will find myself doing something for the upper body. Probably maybe chinning again, or now I'm a light body weight. Maybe I try to do other type of body weight feeds, maybe grip related. But I have a plan B. What I'm going to do if I can't go on with this one. So I will find something if if I come to the end with my running. So I will find something for sure.
Excellent. He also wants to know, do you know anything from Chile, my country? Have you ever considered visiting South America?
Yeah, actually, I had a plan to visit in South America when I was younger, because I like traveling. But now, basically, going to Africa, I had a plan to visit on each continent of the earth. So, but South America and that one there, that down one, the cold one, Antarctica, or how you call it, Antarctica.
Antarctica, yes.
Yeah, so I wanted to visit there one day, but now I've been stuck in Africa. I've been going to Africa 21 times.
Wow,
since
a lot.
So I've been I've been spending a lot of money for those tickets. But I wish I could come one day, but I can't be sure. Is it possible? But when I was young, I had a plan. So maybe one day.
If you ever make it, we can help you with I mean recommendations and places, because there are many beautiful landmarks here in Chile. If you ever consider it, you can count on us.
Also you have a highlands. I like a highlands. So
yes,
you have a mountains over there. So there's a lot of things what I like. I'm sure about that.
Timo, and another question from my friend Herman. If you could go back in time, would you change anything about your training, or would you change anything in general?
I don't know. Like nowadays, when I'm just I don't know, when I'm just doing this running, it was the last week, a week ago, I was doing my personal best on the 400 meters. So I was running in a European Master Games, and I was running 59 seconds and 59:15. So surely under 1 minute. And these days I would just been thinking, what about if I would start running when I was young? So how far and how fast I would get. So, but I never know that. And otherwise, what else? I don't know. It was a long process with the chin-ups. Probably if I would do something differently, I would try different training methods when I was a bit younger. Probably I could get that 100 kilos a lot quicker, or probably I could get even a bit more higher than that. So I wasn't open enough. I wasn't open enough for frequency, what it takes. So I couldn't believe I could train 4, 5, or 6 times in a week and recover and have a progress. But and maybe if I could have a chance, maybe I could find a coach when I was younger. So maybe it would be a good idea. But this is just something in the past, and what happened we can't change.
Exactly. He also wants to know, do you have any hobby which has nothing to do with working out?
I don't know, because I used to used to do fishing when I was younger, but I just feel like I don't have a time. Like this river, I'm just living. Let's say I have like a 5 minutes walk for this river,
Okay.
and I could go over here and have a boat and do the fishing. But I just feel I never have a time for that. I'm working in a labor. I have 46 kilometers one way, which I drive in the morning. 46 kilometers. I drive back in the afternoon, and then I have also evening shift. And I just always feel I don't have time for other things. But one day, if I have, probably I get my fishing kit and I start doing some fishing. Just like I don't know, just like a sport type of fishing. So not really like I don't need a net or to get a lot of fish. Just have a fun and spend time on the river or on the lake. So that would be. I had that when I was 18 and 19 years old, but when you get older and you start working and of course when you start working out, so then your days will be very full. And but otherwise, I would love to have that fishing once again in my life.
Excellent. This is more of a miscellaneous question, like going a little off topic. My friend Herman wants to know, which is your favorite food?
Food.
Food, yes.
I don't really know because there in Africa there's so many different type of foods. But if I would pick something something which I would like to eat more often, I think wild salmon, the fish.
Yes, salmon.
Yeah, salmon. That is like I could eat that every day. So yeah, that is basically my favorite. And I eat it just all around. I eat vegetarian meals. I eat meat. I eat chicken, fish, pretty much everything. In Africa, there is so many different type of foods, and but I eat all. But if I would have to pick one, that would be a salmon, the wild salmon, which is having a taste.
Perfect. This is going to be a pretty like open question from my friend Herman. Which is the most important thing to you in life?
Earlier, when I was alone, it was of course it was my training. But now, because I'm married, now this is basically is my close family, and I have a few friends there and there, and I like to keep connection and keep in touch, and just people around who I trust. I just feel they more important than anything else.
Nice. And arriving to the final questions. This is a crazy question as I just came up with. I know that you have done the hiking to the Kilimanjaro, right? In Africa.
Yeah.
You are really into hiking. So do you have any plans to climb like the Mount Everest or the K2? Those big
No.
worldwide?
No, actually, it was my last. It was that rock climbing part of the Mount Kenya, the highest peak of Mount Kenya. You need to be rock climbed. Last 600 altitude meters is it's just a wall, and it's a steep wall. And I just thought that's my last big climb. Yeah, because climbing is okay for someone who is staying alone, but I don't see is good for someone who has a family, because there is a possibility of not
Accident.
coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So I just wanted to climb Mount Kenya, and that's it. Probably hiking. Hiking I can do. I can still do the hiking, but nothing dangerous.
Timo, give me 1 second. I'll be back in no time. 1 second.
Okay.
And I'm back. Sorry, my wife needed to take something from the room.
All
So,
right. Yeah, I just might say myself. I'm just walking now. I had some distance, 500 meters.
Nice.
And yeah. So and some questions you had.
Sure. Just the last words. The last words belong to you. If you had any like takeaway, like a last message that you would like to share with the audience from this lovely interview, what will be like your message for the Gripsport community worldwide and in Latin America?
So basically, is a long way. So basically, you have to keep consistent with your training if you want to improve on the long term. That doesn't mean you have to work always. You can have off season. Basically, you can heal yourself. You can recover fully, and you can start again. Sometimes you can take a different goals. Let's say if you have maybe you have a powerlifting goals or something like that. You don't have to train your grip 7 days in a week.
Yes.
all year long. You can do that, and you can enjoy your life. And when you get your grip, it will stay for the long time. You don't lose it in a week or two. And when you come back to the training, it will be there in no time.
Thank you, Timo. We have less than 1 minute left, so I want to thank you for your time. It was epic for me, and I get back to you on Facebook to thank you, because this